Hello, everybody. My name is Rossalot, and I figured the best way to introduce myself to the internet is to make a video about the things that I've always wanted to eat, or maybe I already have eaten that I'm not really supposed to eat. There's a lot, and too much for one video, so I'm going to break it into several different categories. And to be honest, this will probably be an ongoing series because every day of my life, there are things that just look like they'd be so delicious that I know if I put in my mouth would just kill me. So today, we're going to start off with where all things start, childhood. And to be honest, it's actually a miracle that I survived childhood without having to have any major surgeries or hospital visits because of these desires. So starting up, we have sidewalk chalk. This one I think a lot of people can understand. It's bright, colorful, it gets all over your hands anyway, and so like when you're a child, you put your hands in your mouth, so I feel like there's a good bulk of us who have accidentally eaten sidewalk chalk. I don't know if I can claim I accidentally ate it, but I've definitely eaten it. As far as ranking, I'm going to give it a solid 6 out of 10. It's a bit dry and leaves your mouth a little bit dusty. Although, truthfully, as long as you were equipped with a Capri Sun, chalk was pretty good. Next up on the list is Polly Pockets, but specifically the rubber clothing that they would wear. If you haven't had an opportunity to put these in your mouth yet, you need to go buy some right now and do it because I'm telling you, absolutely amazing. They're rubbery, pretty good tasting, and if you were lucky enough to snag some of the ones that had the glitter embedded throughout it, those were the best ones. I never did swallow these, though, as my mom always told me that if I did, they'd cut me open, and truthfully, I think those words from her probably saved me a lot of hospital visits as a child. I'm gonna give these a solid and well-earned 9 out of 10. Chewy, tasty, long-lasting, really not much more I could ask for. The 10 out of 10 is reserved for the ones that have the glitter embedded in them. Cannot get enough of those. Next up, we have bouncy balls. You can't go wrong with a bouncy ball. I mean, look at these things. You're telling me a child is not supposed to want to eat this? But specifically the rainbow ones, like this is just candy. Please stop lying to me. Chewing on these was peak comfort as a child. You did have to make sure you got the right kind of bouncy ball, though, because a lot of these bouncy balls taste like they should be banned in the state of California. Next up is Orbeez. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I would eat these bad boys cooked or uncooked. They look so good. This is a temptation that still gets me to this day. A lot of the events that I work for my actual job have these as centerpieces for the tables, and I'm just working, staring at them, and I'm so tempted to just run over and snack on them. I can substitute these though. They have bursting boba, which is really good, but in my heart, I know it's not the same thing. Complete honesty here, guys. I've actually never eaten an Orbeez. My mom would tell me that they were poison, and that if I ate them, I just go to the hospital, and that terrified child me. So I just luckily never ate them. Do y'all remember Squinkies? You guessed it, I loved these things. They were small, squishy, and shaped like fun things, and you know I'm lying if I said they never ended up in my mouth. I would also like to chew on the plastic balls that came with them. Like, those were great too. I had so many of these things as a child and would play with them every day, stacking them up, having murder plot lines for them. I miss those guys, but it's probably best that my mother sold them because they've only gotten to look tastier with time. If I found one of these things today, it would end up in my mouth. Zero hesitation. My impulse control has gone down the drain since I became an adult. Alright, guys, and for the grand finale, the most infamous and controversial thing on this list, Aqua Dots. For those of you who don't know, or maybe know them under their now rebranded name of Pixos, Aqua Dots are plastic little beads that you can spray with water and they'll stick together to make little shapes like cars, dinosaurs, mermaids. However, during the manufacturing process, a lot of the Aqua Dots were treated with a chemical that would break down into a drug called GHB if it was consumed, and that was putting lots of children in comas in the hospital. By some absolute miracle, we lucked out and my mother did not buy the Aqua Dots that had this in them, because I ate those things up! I don't know if I ever swallowed them, but they definitely were in my mouth constantly. I loved them. I still remember all the little designs and making them with my little brother. I'm gonna give these a 0 out of 10 though, because they were deadly. The later rebranded non-toxic ones though, those Pixos, 10 out of 10. Alright guys, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna make a part 2, so feel free to stick around and watch that. It should be out in the next couple days. If anyone has any tips or things that they think I could do better, share them. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Bye.